right, hey Beth, it is 11:02. Guys, we're going to hit the record button in just a second, but
Oh, I already hit it.
oh, you
Sorry.
did? Oh, okay. Well, I wasn't going to say anything, but I'm going to let you introduce and bring Mario on. But guys, we were talking about some things just a little bit ago, and I'm going to tell you about them right when you get down to Destin.
There you go, man.
Guy, I'm telling you guys, you are not going. This is not hype. This is not a cliche. This comes from the heart. You are not going to believe what you're going to see at that event. When I tell you guys that we're going to make an impact, not just in the network marketing space. Good morning from New Orleans, Lewis. Hey, not just in the $200 billion network marketing space, but in the global market, the global economy. Just wait and see. It is going to be some type of spectacular event. So with that, I'm not going to say anything. You got to get to Destin to hear the rest of the story, as Paul Harvey would say. Go ahead, Beth.
Okay. Hey, Brother Gary, Brother Edward. I don't know. He's got no audio, but keep trying because everyone else does.
Yeah.
So hopefully you'll get it. Okay, Steve has been working with Mario in regard to Dropship University. So I'm going to go ahead and let Steve introduce Mario.
Yeah, guys, we're really excited. We're really fortunate to have Mario on our webcast this morning or this afternoon, wherever you may be out there. But this guy, he's an incredible talent. His creativity and the things he brings to this platform and the things that he's teaching me one-on-one and Kim McLaughlin, Kent's wife, we're just so excited to be able to bring this to the field. So without further ado, I don't want to steal his thunder because he's the man. Y'all welcome Mario to our call this morning or this afternoon. And Mario, take it away, buddy.
Hey, thanks, Dan. Thanks, Beth. Thanks for having me on. Thanks, Steve. Thanks for having me on. Man, it's exciting. I know you guys want me to do a deeper dive into the Dropship University, so I'm going to do my best to get a clear message out there of what it is.
Awesome.
Just for those of you who are new to the word dropshipping, that you might not know what it is, it's very simple. All it is we buy items low and we sell them high. In case you guys didn't know, that's done across the board with all of the brick and mortar out there. I'm talking about Walmart, Kmart, Sears, I think Target, not as much, but they do it as well. All the big brands that out there, Best Buy. I mean, whatever name you can think of, all these, big brick and mortar places, what they do is drop ship. I know that a lot of us on here have purchased items from the store online before. And if you guys didn't know, a lot of these items, Walmart never even touches, right? Walmart, Kmart, all these stores. I'm going to just use Walmart as an example. They never touch these products. Why? Because they have people, in this case like us, but the only difference is that they own their own product. What they do is they come to Walmart, they say, hey, can I sell on your platform? Sure, you can sell on my platform. And what they do, they, just like I said, they purchase it low, sell it high. If you guys ever go to any of these stores, before you purchase something, look at where, I forget where it says, somewhere on the screen it'll say this product is sold by so-and-so. So a lot of the time it's not even going to say, again, example, Walmart. It's not even going to say sold by Walmart. It's going to say sold by somebody else. And like I said, all these guys, all these people are doing is buying the product low and selling it high, which is what we're doing. So after I discovered this and, after like immense training on e-commerce, how to sell on e-commerce, how to have a successful business on e-commerce, I saw the possibilities of us, of doing this. I saw that, if I get this done right, if I take all the unnecessary practices out there, get them out of the way, and just put something together where it just gets down to the nitty and gritty. Very simple. This is what you do. This is how you set up your store. This is how you find items. This is how you sell the items. And this is the whole, put a whole process together. I mean, I saw the possibilities with this of being able to not just do it for myself, but coach others in a way that Very simple, just a very simple way to do it. And that's part of what, the Dropship University is. It's a series of videos where you guys, I mean, honestly, if you guys really put your mind to it, like I said, it's very easy, a simple way to do it. If you guys put your mind to it, you can literally go through the videos in one day. That's how easy I put this thing together. I mean, I get rid of all the unnecessary things that are just going to confuse you and just tell you, look, A, B, Z, D, that's all you need. And, you should be able to have a successful business. And not just the videos, the video series are there to coach you guys. But at the same time, like I mentioned in the previous call, we are going to have a group, in this case, a Facebook group in place where we're going to be able to hold your hand, and work with you and not just, here you go, here's the videos, learn and see you later. No, we actually have, the group, we're going to have the group together so that we can still hold your hand along the way, work with you, walk with you along the way, because there's going to be scenarios that you're going to run into that I most likely have already ran into. And I'm going to be able to, in this group, you're going to be able to ask further questions. Hey, this happened to me. What can I do? How can I get out of this situation? And that's where I'm going to come in and I'm going to help answer, all the questions that are, give you all the answers that you need to make sure that you are successful. And I believe that as we are getting more, more people taking, as we have more people taking the Dropship University and getting added to the group, we're all going to be, running into different situations because we're all going to be selling different items. So dealing with different suppliers. So, and I think if you, not too far from now, not too long from now, we're all going to be able to help each other out. You're going to run into a situation that somebody else has not run into. You might be able to share that, in the group. Hey guys, this happened to me. Just want to let everybody know, so that everybody, is aware of it and come, going forward, if that does happen to another person, then they'll be able to learn from our mistakes. So that's another beauty of the Dropship University is that, like I mentioned, you're not on your own. After you take the video series, it's not like, oh, here's the videos, have fun. No, we still guide you through it and make sure that you have long, ongoing success. So another thing about the Dropship University is that, there is some effort to set up your store, right? It's in the videos, but again, sometimes, what makes sense to me might not make sense to somebody else, even though I believe I'm 99.9999% spot on with the videos on how to have anybody just jump on and just do this on their own. But still, it does require some effort to set it up. It's easy, but there's a few tricky situations where, like I said, that's why I coach on it on the video so you guys can get through them. So again, that's what the Dropship University is. Sorry, it does require some effort to set it up, but once you have it set up, it's a lot of these steps that take a little bit longer to set up. You only have to do them one time, and the good thing about the videos is they're there for you to keep going and watching them and watching them and watching them as much as you need, so that you can learn and understand the process, right? Another beautiful thing about the Dropship University is that, yeah, I show you how to set everything up, how to start selling, how to, use there's different tools that we use. But one of my favorite topics about the university is that I don't just show you how to set up your store. I show you how to run your store when it comes to customer service, because customer service is key when it when it comes to Amazon. You're going to have buyers messaging you. There's going to be different situations that you're going to be running into, that I do have a series of scripts that you guys can use to be able to answer, to these customers that are going to be reaching out to you. And there's going to be some there's going to be some questions that are going to be answered that you might not, it's not in the scripts. Of course, the group is there. The Facebook group is going to be there. But again, one of the most exciting things that I like about the university is I show you not just how to set up your store, but how to deal with different, customer service situations. And these are situations that, all the big brands deal with. I mean, I'm sure you guys have called in, one of these big brands, like I'm going to keep using Walmart. I'm sure you guys have called into Walmart, I don't know, Target, and spoke to customer service, right? And I know you're frustrated when you're speaking to them, when you run into situations with your product that you purchase. And a lot of the times it's not even on our end, on the, on the big brands ends. A lot of the time it has to do with shipping. A lot of the times it has to do with the product was in the box and, it was damaged. It's just different situations that I'm throwing out there that your buyers are going to be running into. And like I mentioned, through the series of videos, I show you how to deal with customer service. I don't just talk about it in the videos, but I give you tools on how to deal with these customer service situations when it comes to scripts. And at the same time, it's not just with the scripts, with the Facebook group. Like I say, you're going to be able to ask in there, hey, this happened to me. How can I deal with it? I'm sure I've dealt with every situation. I mean, I've dealt with some pretty nasty people when it comes to, customer service, but these people at the end of the day, through the scripts that I have put together in place for you guys, through the training that I've given to you guys, a lot of these people want to be my best friends at the end of the day, even though they started wrong and, super upset at me. But like I said, at the end of the day, once I, fix the situation, these guys want to be my friends, so it's like, again, that's one of my favorite things about the university is that I show you not just how to sell, but at the same time, how to deal with situations when it comes to customer service, because you're going to deal with it. And it's Amazon across the board. It's not just you guys, it's, Amazon and all these big brands. Everybody deals with customer service, but dealing with with customer service and in the videos for you guys that take the university, I call it metrics. But in this sense, right now for this, the purpose of this webinar, I'm going to say customer service. But in the videos, I call it metrics. Being able how to control your customer service is just as important as making a sale, right? So you can sell as much as you want, but if you're not dealing with your customer service, if you're not dealing with how to deal with different buyer situations, then it in the long run is going to be, how can I best explain it? If you're not dealing with these customer service situations in the long run, it's better. Let me see. Sorry, guys. I want to word it correctly so that you guys understand. Let me rephrase it. So, like I was saying, making a sale is just as important as dealing with customer service, right? So, I feel that if we didn't have the Dropship University in place, if I hadn't put it in place, if I hadn't learned a lot of trial and error, that you guys are going to be, trial and error situations that you guys are going to be running into, then not just me, I don't think anybody will be able to be successful without this training in place, meaning on how to deal with customer service when it comes to Amazon.
Yeah. So, but Mario, this is Dan. You're saying it's part of the business. It's part of retaining your customers and making them happy and keeping them engaged and building a business. Would that be a fair assessment?
Yeah, it's totally fair. That's exactly what it is.
I was just going to follow that up, Dan and Mario. We've had some situations with some brand advocates in Netqube, and it's a misunderstanding that somebody has, and if you can just help them with and make them understand, help them to understand and solve their problem, that's what people are looking for. And Mario, I think from what you're saying is that's an excellent point that you just made.
Yeah. That's exactly what you're saying. So, I know that I'm touching a lot on this subject, but it's very important, and that's something that that's in the university. And another awesome thing about the university is that you don't have to have a PhD in or scientific background in computers. I don't. I come from building other building and being in the network marketing industry, that I didn't have as much success as others. So I was like, you know what? It might not be my forte to build a huge, humongous team, even though I have built teams. I think I could, I could use my expertise elsewhere. And this is where, that's another reason why I put the university together. So you don't have to have a PhD when it comes to computers. You don't have to have a PhD when it comes to, maybe right now that I mentioned customer service. Why? Because it's all there in the university. As long as you stick with it, as long as you watch the videos, as long as you use the group to your advantage, then the Facebook group, then I'm telling you, you will have success. It's broken down to simple steps, 1, 2, 3, ABC. I mean, there's no other way to put it. It's very simple. Yeah, you know, it is, man. It's exciting every time I see the videos, I'm like, I can't believe it's this easy to have a successful dropshipping business, you know. And not just that, let me touch on something else. We don't just touch on you know, customer service, but within the university, you're going to see there's tools that we provide which help you determine products that are already selling. And I think I mentioned this in the last class.
Hey, Mario, one thing that you share with me that's resonated with me too is the fact that, hey, you know, if you have somebody that's upset, you have shared with me how you have turned customers around that were upset, and now they're not only your customers, but they're repeat customers. So I think that's big because you were willing to reach out, help them solve their problems, and they're like, wow, this guy really cares about me, so I'm going to go back and shop at his store again. And you shared how you're building your customer base, you know, because of how you handle yourself and handle your customer, customer support, etc.
Yeah, exactly what you're saying. You know what? I'm sorry, I forgot to share this in the beginning, but here we go. Let me know if you guys can see my screen. I'm sorry about that.
Yeah, to definitely talk about how you started, where you were, what happened, how long it took, those type of questions.
Okay, I'm gonna do that. I just want to touch a little bit on Steve's question. And yeah, what you were saying, Steve, is that a lot of these customers have, you know, turned into repeat customers. Why? Because what you were saying, you know, customers, a lot of the times when these people reach out to you, they think they're reaching out to Amazon. They think they're reaching out to a robot that's just going to not care about what their situation. But if you guys just take the time to listen to them, and then once they find out you're a real person, I'm telling you, these guys turn out to be your best friends.
Yeah,
they give you great
exactly.
reviews.
I could so see that.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You know, because they feel like, oh, wait, this is a real person. Oh, this person actually cares about what's going on with me. And even though it could be just the simplest thing they're buying, you know, it's an experience. You want to give them a great experience. And by you doing that, I've had, you know, people that come shop in my store. And the reason why I'm mentioning that is because I know someone mentioned, you know, people ask me, how come you never show us your store name? And as you guys can see, it's blurred out. I don't show my store name for the reason that none of us should be sharing our store names when it comes to selling on Amazon. Why? Because you're going to be, for example, you're going to be, you know, spending your money to take to university and to learn it and to put in all your time, not just the money, your time. You know, time is more valuable than money. So you're spending all your time putting your store together, finding all these products, using the tools, using the knowledge that you've learned. And if you show someone your store name, they can easily log in, you know, go to your store, see everything you're doing, and pretty much copycat every single thing you're doing step by step and bypass all the work. So that's the reason why you see my store name blurred out. That's the reason why I have it on an Excel sheet. I know that I had previous questions, you know, why I'm not sharing my store name, and that's the reason why. For all of you that take the university and you see me talking about it in the videos, don't share your store name with anybody. Just never. So, Beth, why did I get started? And the other two questions were?
Sorry, I was muted.
No worries.
Yeah, why, how long did it take? You know, once you got started, how long did it take for you to start generating income? How much time did you put into it initially versus now? You know, those type of questions.
Okay. So the whole learning on how to sell on e-commerce has happened for about, I'm going to say, a year and a half. Back in September of last year, October, November, or maybe August, September, October, that's when I decided to, you know what, put everything together that I learned and all the money that I spent on learning all these courses and all these other different just courses. I'm like, you know what, I'm going to take everything that's unneeded and I'm going to just do exactly what the easy steps to make sure that I have success and get rid of all the unnecessary, you know, fluff. I like to call it fluff. So we put this series, the whole, you know, Dropship University together within a few months. But even though it took us a few months to put it together, it wasn't, it was like a year and a half, maybe 2 years of learning, right? So we've put the Dropship University.
Highlights. You guys took all of your time, spent all your money spent, and took all of your highlights and put it down to a summarized, you know, offer here to be able to bring to the world, you know, to save people all that time, just show them what they need to see to be successful. And I just, you know, we commend you for that.
Thank you. You know, we use the model of in and out. I'm not sure if you guys, everybody's heard of In-N-Out. It's a burger place out here in California. They make it simple, 1, 2, or 3. They don't make it complicated. So I always like to use that model when when it comes to doing things. And that's how the Dropship University came. As you guys can see, it's just, 7 modules in the university. And like, that's exactly what I was thinking of when I put the series together. Yeah, hamburgers, right? That's exactly what I was thinking of. But yeah, Steve, what you were saying is we put mainly the time, the money, you can always make more money, but you can never get more time, right? So all the time that we spend learning, the whole e-com space, that we put all that time and crunched it into the series of videos for the Dropship University for you to be able to sell on Amazon and have a successful dropshipping business.
Hey, so, Mario, real quick, there's something that you said earlier that it just has to be repeated, and that is this, you guys. You're not going to do this by yourself. You understand? You're going to be coached, helped, handheld. As much as you want to get out of this, you can get out of this. Mario's doing it. You can do it. The good news is you're not alone. You'll get all the help you need. The hard part is really mentally accepting, going to be some challenges, but I'm going to commit to doing this thing. And so it's the togetherness. It's the fact that you're not going to just, like Mario said a minute ago, come on board and get left to the wolves, and there goes your opportunity again, like many other times. He's in it. He's here. And guys, wait. I say this a lot. I don't know how else to verbalize it, but what we're going to announce in Destin, in reference to all of what's going on here, is a whole different world. So it's a togetherness, Mario, and I'm glad you mentioned that earlier. It just needed to be repeated. You're not alone, guys. You're not alone. You're not alone.
Thank you. Yeah, that's something that I try to be to focus on, because a lot of this training that I did it by myself. And like I said, it's been about 2 years of just putting everything together. So,
wow.
Like, what? I don't just want to just coach it and here you go and, have fun. No, I was like, I wish I had someone there to hold me by the hand when I was learning all this and spending, tremendous amount of money. Man. Not even the money, the time that I'm putting into it. I wish I could have just had someone to tell me, look, 1, 2, 3, ABC, here you go. You don't need to spend 2 years. You can get it going right away.
You wish you would have had a Mario, huh, buddy?
Yeah, man. I wish that I would have. And through the university, you guys have your own Mario, because it is going to be me.
That's right.
And you know what? To touch a little bit more on Bet's question. So we put this together back in October. We launched the university. We launched our art store. And I know it doesn't sound real, but we had, and I remember it vividly, the next day after we launched the store, we had a total of 4 sales. And man, I was so excited. Each sale was for about like $35 each sale. I was only making I think I was making like $5 on each sale. So it wasn't a lot. It was just $20. But the beauty about it is that it worked. It worked. And that's what got me excited. I was like, you know what? All this time, all crunched up into the university, it worked. And
yeah.
Even about the 4 sales, it was successful. So we had 4 sales within our next day, and our first full month of November, I think we sold about $58,000. Our first full month.
Wow.
And as you guys can see right here, look, I put the dates right here. I put October. You guys can see my mouse moving, correct?
Yes, sir.
Yes, we can.
Yep.
You see right here where it says date. So I put from October to today. And look, I took this picture at 8:33 my time, and that's how much we've sold since October. So look at that. Our profit margins are about 20%. From home, I just sit here at, my wife, I spend time with my wife. I have I have 2 pups, no kids yet, maybe next year. So, and all this from the comfort of my home. I don't have to leave. I don't have to go buy it anywhere. I don't have to spend any gas. I literally the only workers that I have is my keyboard and my mouse.
And Mario, something really critical, again, to remind people of what you said is when you said you made $20 in those first day of 24 hours or 4 sales, made about $20. It wasn't necessarily the amount of money you made. It's really critical. This didn't go over people's heads, and for most people, probably did. For them, it needs to be reiterated. You had what you call it worked. That in the business world, so you had a working model. The work, the effort, all the e-commerce, all the understanding, all your learning, everything you did, you put it in place and you had a working model. And that's really, really, really critical. You'll watch a Shark Tank program. It's a good tutorial, educational platform in business and how things work. The sharks try to, do what they do. But anyway, they always talk about it. They don't mention it a lot, and a lot of times they do. But they talk about a working model. They want to know, does your model work? And that's really critical. If it doesn't work, you got nothing. But if it works, then you're onto something. And that's what you prove it in that first day of business. So I just wanted to share that.
Yeah. So I know there's probably some questions out there, so I don't want to keep blabbing along here. So if you guys maybe wanted me to answer some questions, I can go a little bit deeper into it. We have the tools in place. We have the follow-up system in place. We have we have the program so that you're not doing it alone. We have it all put in place. And I'm telling you, if you guys just follow the steps, just do what, we coach on the university, and use the Facebook group that we're going to put in place for your advantage to ask further questions. If you guys do all these things and do the exact steps that we're taking, there is no reason why you should not be successful having a dropship university. The only way you won't be successful is if you don't follow the steps.
Facebook. Imagine that, Mario. Facebook.
What was that?
No, Facebook. We'll be talking a lot about that here in the days and weeks to come.
Right on. Yeah, it's there. It's not there for me. It's there for everybody that's going to be taking the university, So take advantage of it. After you take the university, all these are free tools.
Awesome.
But yeah, so I'm sure there's probably some questions being asked, Beth.
Yeah, but Beth, I know Prince Opie had one. Can we start with his?
Sure.
You may have to go. Yeah, he tried to get on, had some challenges, so maybe we can help him.
Yeah.
Well, he gave his user ID, so.
Well, here's what he said. He said, Mario, I have successfully paid yesterday for this $749.95 pack, yet my account is not recognized. Trying to do password recovery proved abortive as my email is not recognized. And all these things, my bank has billed me. What is the problem there? And then he said, can Nigeria and Ghana participate in this, seeing that Nigeria can't receive money in PayPal? We are comfortable to sell in the U.S. market. How do we receive monies when we sell something?
Okay, so is this the same question from the both of these questions from the same person, or?
Yes.
Okay, so to answer your first question, I would just call customer service. A lot of the times, those are things that are out of our control, and they're just trying to verify your information. If your email is not being recognized, what must have happened, maybe there was just an extra word or maybe like an extra exclamation on there that was written. Maybe that's why it's not being recognized. But Amazon's system is pretty good to recognize all of your, name, anything that you provide to them. The way you type it in, they recognize it. So I'm sure it's just a little mishap. I would just call Amazon and let them know, like, hey, my email's not being recognized. How can I recover my account? And they'll probably just walk you through the steps on what to do.
Beautiful. And then Mario, how do they get paid if it's not through PayPal? What would be a solution to that? Do you have any idea?
Meaning, as in like collecting money from Amazon, or?
In other words, they said that we can't receive money in PayPal.
Well, Amazon doesn't. Maybe I'm understanding it incorrectly. Amazon doesn't pay through PayPal. They pay through your bank account. So I'm not sure if I may not be answering it correctly.
Okay. No, I think you are. Prince Obi, we'll discuss that with you. Maybe it's setting up a banking. I'm not sure.
Well, do they ACH it directly into? Do they direct deposit directly into a bank account, Mario?
Correct. Direct into a. Yeah. So PayPal, we use it when we're purchasing items, and for everybody that's on here, for everybody who's going to take the university, I know I mentioned in the videos, but I'll touch on it again. Whenever you're buying something from a supplier, you guys are going to understand all these terms when you take the university. Whenever you buy something from a supplier, if PayPal is an option, always use PayPal first. Always use your bank account secondary, PayPal first. Whenever it comes to you purchasing an item from a supplier to ship to your buyer. But Amazon pays to your bank account. They don't deal with PayPal. They don't deal with any of that. It's just whatever bank account you provide, that's where your money's going to hit.
Okay, we'll come through some of these others too. Mario, have you figured out a name for the Facebook group, for the Netqube Facebook group, or are you still putting that together?
No, but I mean, we could put that together, today. So that's not a big deal. We could even put Netqube. We can even say Netqube University. I don't know if the name is not really something that I put a lot of thought into, but I mean, I'm sure we could get that figured out today.
Okay. We'll work on that. We'll let everybody know. And that is for the students. Those are for those that are actually have purchased the course and going through setting up their store and learning the system.
Yes, that's exactly what it's going to be. So once we have this group together, maybe it's going to be you, Beth, or someone from your guys' team is going to let me know, hey, this person has purchased a university, give them access to the Facebook group. You guys are going to send me the email address or even the person's first and last name so I know who to add and who not to add. I suggest that I can see it happening where people are going to try to add other members. And if that does happen, it's going to, the approval is going to be declined, because the only way that I'm going to approve somebody into the group is if that person's name came from someone in Beth's team, Dan's team, Steve's team. They told me, hey, this person's good to go, add them to the team. This way, we know that, we don't want anybody to feel like, hey, well, I paid, they didn't pay, what's going on here?
Yeah, exactly.
We're paying, that's the only way they're going to be accepted into the group.
No question.
Okay, I'm not sure if this question has anything to do with dropship, so let me know. But Nate said he's having problems with the paid Google extension downloads. Is that separate, or is that something with dropship?
So it does take so there's 2 extensions that I provide to you guys for free. You actually have to pay for these, but there's a way, we paid our own money to make sure that we're able to offer it to you guys for free.
Oh, wow.
So it does. Yeah. That's another perk about this. Those are the steps that I'm talking about when I told you that it does take some effort to set it up. You can always go purchase them, but I'd rather you guys get them for free. In the script for the paid extensions, that's what it's called in the university. It's paid extensions. So in the script for that, it tells you, hey, if it didn't work out, just restart and do the process again. But I feel like there's going to be a lot of classes sold. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put another video together showing people how to add those extensions to your site. This way we avoid all these questions. Meaning that I don't want you guys to be stuck in one step for 2-3 hours when it can be done in 5 minutes.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
So yeah, it is part of the university. We need those 2 extensions because those are critical to, those 2 tools. Those are critical when it comes to having a successful business. So let me put a video together and showing you guys how to add these extensions so everybody, eases into it.
Okay. That's great. Thanks.
To that person that's having trouble, just repeat the steps. And I know it's just follow the steps exactly as it's written. And there's a spreadsheet at the bottom of the extension saying, hey, these are the steps to follow. You have to follow them to the T. I mean, to the T. There's a link on their Chrome extensions, and there's a hyphen. I know a lot of people like to type chromeextensions.com or Chrome. I mean, everything has to be followed to the T in order for these extensions to work. I'm not sure if that's confusing.
He'll let us know. He can type back in.
Okay, perfect.
Okay, Peter's asking, do we have to have a merchant account? If so, what type of credit does one need?
No, you don't have to have a merchant account. All this is done by through Amazon. They take care of all the payments. They take care of all that. That's the beauty of the Amazon system, the Amazon network, that we are using their platform. They already took care of all these other steps, in this case, a merchant account. They already took care of buying the customers, meaning paying for the traffic to make sure the customers buy at their site. We're coming on and taking advantage of all those things. All that. You don't have to worry about any of that. All you have to do is come on here, find products that are, that are selling, and piggyback onto them, how, add yourself to the listing. And again, a lot of these terms are gonna make sense once you take the university. All we have to do is piggyback onto these items that are already selling and just wait for you to make a sale. So no, you don't have to have a merchant account. You don't have to worry about driving traffic. You don't have to worry about none of that stuff. Amazon already took care of all that for us.
That's awesome. Okay. Richard's asking, well, several questions. He said he started the training, and you talk about documents being attached to the video tutorials. Where are they?
Okay. I think we're working on that this week. I have to get our IT guy to work with your IT guys. It's just maybe some missteps, but everything is ready to go. So I'll have our IT guy get together with your IT guy and make sure that everything's up to par with what we have. And I think that's all it is. I think there was just a few missteps, because I know we gave everything to you guys, or to your IT person. So maybe there was something that was either just a miscommunication. So that should be set up. All the scripts that I talk about should be on there. I believe one of the scripts you may be talking about is after module 1. There's a PDF attached to it. It'll say scripts. I think it's called all the scripts you'll ever need. So all you do is just click on the PDF, and you're going to see all the scripts and all the, all the things that I talk about, the documents that I talk about. They should all be there. So let me look at the site. I'll see what's missing, if something is still missing, and I'll have our IT guy get together with your IT guy and make sure that it's all there.
Hey Mario, I want to let people know too, guys. Don't think this takes hours and hours and hours to set up your Amazon account. When I went through the first session with Mario, myself and Kim and Mario, I think Mario, it was about 40 minutes. We had my Amazon account all set up, all the banking information. You have to upload like a driver's license or a passport. They just want to make sure who you are and all that. And I had a little bit of trouble going back and forth with the bank. And like I said, it only took us about 40 minutes to get it all set up. So don't think this takes a lot of time, because Mario knows how to get this done. And I'm going to help as much as I can on my end with people that have this out there as well. So I want to offer my help to people, to all you guys too.
And so there's another question, because Richard's asking, is there additional coaching? How does that take place? Is it all through the Facebook group? Is there a support section or a contact area? How does all that work?
Yeah, all that is done through the Facebook group. There will be no one-on-ones. I don't know if you guys want to maybe look into that, Beth, Steve, Dan?
Yeah, I think, as we start bringing people on board, as we have, once we get some folks and want to, Mario, are you open? And maybe I'm kind of putting you out there in the public. Maybe it's the wrong place for the question, but I've already committed. So maybe we can, schedule a Zoom here and there to help people, maybe even if it's just, question and answer or to make sure if somebody's having some issues, how you can overcome those things and so on. So maybe, you could offer that up too, Mario.
Well, and the other thing is, it's amazing how much gets answered in a Facebook group, but we can do some lives and do some Zooms and allow further questions and training and all of that. So
so what I'll do for you guys is this. We're going to have a Facebook group, which you guys can ask 24/7. I'll answer questions as soon as I can. The modules are there. That should give you success, be able to provide success for you to have for your dropship store. But also what I'll do for you guys is we'll pick a time of the week, and we'll do like a 1-hour Q&A live. People can come on and ask whatever they want, and I'll be there to answer all the questions.
That's great.
That's great. Thank you.
Yeah, for sure. And I know that the reason why I say it might take me sometimes a little bit to answer questions on the Facebook group, or, the reason why I say 1 hour of the Q&A, it's because I also have my own store to work with, and I want to make sure the sales keep coming in. So I do have to focus time into that. So if you guys
I was just gonna say you got stuff to sell too, man. You get your business to run. Exactly.
Yeah, I gotta make sure the sales keep coming in.
Yeah.
So
hey guys, maybe this might not be, or maybe it is a good time, but I might say this a couple times before we hang up. But guys, Mario and his wife are going to be at the Destin event. They're going to be speaking, and they're going to be sharing something with you guys that you'll have no idea what it is. Unless you're there, and it is a whole different world, and it's going to benefit every one of you. So Probably going to hear me say that more than once. So Mario, look forward to seeing your brother down there in Destin.
I'm excited, man. I've never been to Florida, so it's going to be a first.
Oh, wow.
You're not going to want to go back to California, buddy. I can tell you. No, I'm kidding.
All right. Challenge is on.
Yeah.
Hey, many have been asking about the investment for dropship. Steve, you want to touch on that?
Sure, guys. We have two ways of getting involved with dropship. It's $499.95 down, and then it's 12 monthly installments. So it's actually over a 13-month period because you pay your $499 up front, and then 30 days from there you will have your first $50 installment, and there'll be 12 monthly installments. So I believe that totals $1,100 for that. Or there's the second way that people can get involved in the dropship, and the first way, by the way, I think it is 7 or 7.5 cubes that pays. And then the second way is if they want to pay the annual membership, just pay $750 up front. I think that's 11.25 cubes. If that's not, if I'm not incorrect about that, I think that's what. Is that right, Dan? 11.25.
Yeah. That's correct.
Okay.
And guys, even if you did the $499 and $50 a month, you're still $400 less than what they were charging before they agreed to come on board and work and help the Netqube and the brand advocates. So that there's still incredible value.
And guys, too, on the $499 and the $50 a month, that also produces one residual cube every month. So it's not only the 7.5 cubes up front; it's one residual cube per month while you're making your installment.
And Dan, will you touch on, oftentimes, and I think brand advocates tend to forget this, if you decided that you personally, now you don't have to, you can recommend it to others, but if you personally want to do this and you purchase the university, then those cubes that go to you that's money. So if you look at deducting that from what it is, it's even less expensive. So Dan, you bring it up all the time. Can you just, touch on that?
Yeah, well, we have to correlate that, you guys, with the whole ultimate distribution system because, listen, our job is to get you into the simplest process possible to make cubes. And we know that we have started out slower than any of us wanted to. Nothing to hide. We know where we're going. We know exactly how to get there. A lot of incredible things happening in the background. But we want to put you in a position where we connect what we're doing through Facebook. That's an entirely different world. What Mario is talking about here and the whole point, click, publish, Netqube Vault distribution platform. And you're going to see a level of this, guys, that you probably, your mind isn't even thinking about right now. If you can get down to Destin, we're not going to tell you unless you get there. You'll know after. And I understand if you can't, you can't. And we'd love to have you be there. But Beth, you're right. It all ties into building cubes. It all comes back to, listen, if you earned 11.25 cubes, then you got $110 or $112.50 or something like that. That you actually got cash back, you get paid on. You'll see it in your Q wallet. And that's pretty instant. That's within 7 days. So we do the same thing with metals. You buy the metals package and it creates 3 cubes and you have $30 subtracted from what it cost you to get involved. So here's the same way. So both packages, $4.99 or $7.49. Listen, this whole model, guys, you have to understand, comes back to every cube in your organization builds a cube. And again, look, this is why we don't have any issues legally with the Federal Trade Commission is simply, guys, because you don't have to buy anything. Don't feel like you have to. Say, Dan, I can't afford $749, so I'm not even going to get on this training call. Don't think like that. There's millions of people that want this. They will buy it, and they'll buy it from you. You don't ever have to participate in it. And so we're going to be connecting some software and some systems together that combine 3 powerful entities that when you point, click, and publish, the register rings for you. It's going to take some work. What doesn't? So again, then we go back to the whole model of the cube accumulation. 100 people in your group, a cube a day, 30 days, you're at $3,000 a month. Let alone you're at more than that because think about the Q1 and Q2 bonuses you'd be earning. Steve, what would that be? You'd be around $20,000 a month, maybe 15 to 18,000 a month if you had. So guys, that's what we're building toward. We will, as a company, I'm telling you guys, we will get you in position to where you'll be able to build at least 1 cube a day. Could take you 10 minutes, could take you an hour, depends on how focused you are. You sell a metals package, 3 cubes. Somebody wants the Dropship University. You just made 11 cubes in one day. And oh, by the way, the $110 rebate goes to you, not to the person you sold it to. So please, please, please don't box yourself in. It is the system. Amazon doesn't necessarily go out and talk about all the 15 million products they have. It's just Amazon, guys. It's the system.
It's the platform. Everybody sees the big platform, and that's what we're putting together here. Only, guys, Amazon does not have the leverage effect that we have.
That's right.
So Richard just typed in, and this is where we were going. And yes, so this is a little minute piece of the total big ultimate distribution system. But what he said was, and this is a little bit of where I was heading. So when you look at Dropship University, we get it at half price. $750 is half price, just about, compared to what they typically charge. And then when that earns you how many cubes? 12 and a half cubes.
11 and a quarter cubes.
11 and a quarter cubes. And so that's another $112.50 in your pocket. So you look at that as a discount. So you're actually getting it for, $637 or something like that.
And then there's the cubes that are in the 3x10, that are also, compensation.
Hey, Beth, I got a question. I'm going to be a brand advocate.
Okay, we'll find you someone who will bring you right in, Dan. Okay, let's go through.
Find me a sponsor. Quick.
Did you say something? Okay. Well,
I just said find me a sponsor quick.
Oh, well, Prince Obi just jumped right in.
That's my man, my brother over there.
Okay, Marcia's asking can she use an Amazon seller account that she started a few years ago but didn't learn it, or should she sign up for a new account?
No, she can use that account.
Okay, that's awesome.
Quick
Dan,
answer.
There's a lot of questions in here. If you see any others, then let's see. Oh, Tracy asked, how much capital did you start with, Mario? What would we expect the initial outlay to be?
Great question.
Yeah.
Great question.
But for a beginner to get started.
Okay, so that's a really good question. We started initially, we had $20,000 in the bank, but a lot of the students that I coach they're using either they usually have capital to start, or they use credit cards. I say if you have credit cards, use them, because I run my business now solely off of credit cards. So I use, what's the word? OPM, other people's money. So I use the bank's money to run my business. And the reason why I do that is because you don't have to go purchase something until you've already sold it. That means you're going to get paid on it. That means you're going to get money to pay the credit card back.
Okay, say that again.
Say that again, because I don't want people to get scared thinking they got to go buy $20,000 worth of products.
No. So say that,
That's not how this works.
Yeah, so I like to be clear with everybody. I don't like, I hate it when people used to lie to me, so that's why I'm saying what I did. I had personally $20,000 in the bank to start running my business. But not because I had the $20,000 is the reason why I had success, because we started with that amount, but we started running our business with credit cards. Why? The reason why we run our business with credit cards is because you don't have to go purchase something until the sale is already made. Okay?
That's the part I wanted you to say again.
Yeah,
so you don't have to purchase anything until the sale is made.
Yeah, so that's the beauty about using Amazon's platform, that you can be on there, what's the best way to say it? So I'll just go back to it. You don't have to go purchase anything until you've already made the sale on Amazon. So when you spend that money, you're going to get that money and some in return to pay off the card. I know, all cards, you have 30 days to pay it.
So Mario, so listen, what if you had like an American Express card or some type of Costco card where you got like 1 or 2% back? You're just, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
that might be a little.
Thanks, Dan. That's the other beautiful thing about this. Tell them about that, Mario.
Yeah, I actually talk about that in the video. So,
Okay.
Yeah, we use some of the tools that we use is, cashback tools. One of them being credit cards. So last month alone, just for doing the purchases I was going to make anyways with my Citi card, I think I used Citi Diamond Preferred, something like that. I don't even know the name of my credit cards. Just for using the credit cards, they offered a percentage back every time you purchase through PayPal. And what did I say? If you can use PayPal, buy through PayPal. So I got like $700 free.
Oh, wow.
Purchases anyways that I was going to make anyways.
No, Mario, so if you added that to your 20%, let's say, just give or take a margin on your sales, wow. What if you did close to that each month? That's a nice bonus check.
Oh, man. I tell you, when I see that, I'm like, man, I can't believe it's just free money. Free money. So if you have cash, I mean, use it. You have money in the bank account, use it. But if you have credit cards, I would say run it off of credit cards because you get a bunch of cash back and travel points and this and that. So it's your call. But you don't have to have $20,000 in the bank. You don't have to have a massive amount of money in the bank. You can start off with $500, $200, $1,000 because, again, you don't have to go buy the product until you've already made the sale. So just start building from there. Yep. Don't let the fact that you don't have a big amount of money stop you because there's a lot of ways to do it. And if you say that there isn't a way, that you're just stopping yourself from being successful having a dropship, business.
Can you touch on customer returns? Is that an issue?
Yeah, it's like any other business. You're gonna get these returns, but I do it all the time. I return things. Everybody does it. It's just part of running a business, And yeah, you're gonna get returns, and all it is, I put it like this, right? I'm buying something from Amazon, and I'm buying out something off of Beth's store, right? Beth, you bought the item that I purchased off of you from Walmart, right? It gets delivered to my home. I don't want it. Something happened, so I go to my where I bought it on Amazon, in this case, Beth's store, and I say, Beth, or whatever your store name is, I don't want this because so and so reason. So all you're gonna do is you're gonna go to where you bought it. In this example, Walmart. Start a return online and say, I don't want it. And all you're going to do is paste my message into the Walmart, return message. And then Walmart provides you a label. You send it to me. I send the item back. Everybody gets the refund. Everybody's happy. So there's nothing to it. You're just the middleman for the return. You're the middleman for the sale. It's the same exact thing. So yeah, you're going to get returns. Nothing to worry about. It happens to everybody. I get them all the time, and it's just part of having a business. I mean, Walmart and all these big companies get them daily. You walk in there, and there's like 100 people in line waiting to return something. So it happens to them. It's going to happen to us. It's part of the business.
Dan, we have somebody that says that they will enroll you. Sir Richard.
Well, I think there were many that jumped on and volunteered. So
let's go, man. Let's go.
Yeah.
Let's do this thing.
Okay, we're asking again. We're getting another clarification. So let's just run by how much it costs again for the vault. So is it actually? It's $49.95.
$499.
No,
$499.95.
That's option A. Option A is
and then it's $50 per month after that for 12 months.
Yes.
So that's another $600. So 600 plus 500, I'm rounding up, is $1,100.
Yeah, and the nice thing about that is, once you get your store up and running and you're starting to generate some income, then you're not going to feel that $50.
That's right. Yeah.
So
you pay it all back.
That's why we put the two options, and to try to help people the best that we can.
Steve, it ought to be a goal. I mean, a goal is to get your $500 back in your pocket in the first 30 days. Wow, what a relief that would be.
Yeah.
Now you're.
And I was just going to say, and don't forget, you're earning personal cubes, which many brand advocates look at that as a personal discount. Yeah. Because those
guys, please,
your
Beth,
personal money.
Exactly, guys. Please remember, there is a world that is waiting to buy this. They'll want it. And there's a systematic way to get it in front of them. They will purchase this, you guys. And that's all coming together where you can point, click, publish, and get results. You can offer this to people, and every time they buy it, let's say the $749 package, discounted through the Netqube offer only, that's $112.50 you would earn. And the cubes that accumulate in your back office. Now you need to pay them, but you also get credit for those cubes as well. You know what I mean, guys? Again, you don't have to purchase anything here. There is no watership. There is no monthly commitment of anything. If you like it, you see the value, then yeah, buy it, get it. If you don't. But
just think, if you hit, just for everybody out there, everybody has a certain following on Facebook. And again, maybe you're not in a position to purchase this. But what if you send out a simple post just to your friends, people that you know on Facebook, and say, hey guys, would anybody out there be interested in being able to market on the Amazon platform, to be trained exactly how to do it, how to generate income from home? I'll guarantee you're going to make some sales like that. And maybe Mario can help us like that, put together things that are going to help people market this. Because, Mario, I believe going back to Memorial Weekend, now how many people on Memorial Weekend are not doing much, but how many people did you all have show up at a seminar, and how many sales did you make at the $1,500 mark? So, can you address that, Mario? Or maybe I should.
Yeah. So, Memorial Day weekend, we had about 18 people show up.
Well, that's awesome.
Yeah, out of these 18 people, there was, I believe there was like 7 new people they brought someone and they're like, hey, they're looking into it. They're not sure. After they left, they purchased the system. And, I want to touch a little bit on what I mentioned when I said our capital that we started with. I have a student that started in April. He started, he purchased his course, to learn the system, which you have to learn it. And he had about $800 left to invest into, building his business. Last month, he took home, I think, $2,000 profit.
That's great.
And he only had $800 to start with. Wow. And his store is only growing. So I could just see it's just, compounding. I'm sure this month he's already killing it. So,
wow. So 3 months or less. Wow.
That's awesome.
That is, that's real life stuff, man. That's fantastic.
Okay, we are going on our hour mark, so I just want to note the time, but there seem to be quite a few questions, Mario, about the supply. Like what if someone buys something, then you go to buy it and find out it's out of stock, or do suppliers create back orders, or what % of returns do you get? Did you say that people send returns to you, then ship back to Amazon? So can you just kind of touch
isn't that all in the videos though, Beth? Isn't that all in the trainings,
yes.
Mario, or?
Yeah, it is.
I'm sorry.
It's all in the videos. And there's a question, further questions. We're gonna have the Facebook group, but I'll touch on a little bit. You were saying that their suppliers are out of stock. We have programs that we talk about that will keep you updated on your supplier's inventory. And if for some reason you don't get the update, we have all the scripts, like I was telling you in the beginning, customer service. We have all the scripts for all different situations. So if someone runs out of stock, we have a script for that for you to make sure that, either the order gets canceled or ways to go around it. We have ways to go around everything. The university supplies all that.
Okay.
That's awesome.
Do you have a percentage of typical returns?
See what Beth is trying to do right now is give the whole course away for free right now.
Yeah. All right.
Mario.
All right.
No, I'm kidding. No, I'm teasing.
They were all together, so I was just trying to knock those type questions out.
Yeah, I'm the one who gets accused of giving everything away, Mario. So I'm just throwing a little bit right back at Beth. She's such a sweetheart.
Those are good questions, and that's okay to have them. But
yeah.
I feel like by you thinking that, you're already thinking of like, oh man, I'm gonna have all these returns. I would be thinking like, man, I made all those sales.
Yeah, no, exactly. Look, it's kind of like when we were engaging Kevin Thompson. He's our network marketing attorney, right? We were asking these questions, and he answered a couple of them, and he said, guys, I'll answer those when you retain me. He's like, when you pay me, I'll answer all the questions you want. Until then, Let's talk about football or something. So no, I'm with you, buddy. It's all that stuff is answered in the module itself, and I can't emphasize it enough, you guys. The help you're going to get can be life changing. You won't be in this on your own. That's the worst thing, the worst fear people have. They're going to pay money, going to go on the shelf because they're stuck doing it on their own, trying to figure it out. Not the case here. So really, it's going to come down to you or anybody that you would know that needs to make some money right from home. They can start small and build into this is their business. Then they're going to get that handheld tutorial training, help teaching. We're never going to leave you type of atmosphere. And I think that's a big, big, big selling point in the marketplace.
So yeah,
Okay,
I mean,
awesome. Well, I'm afraid to ask any more questions now.
No. Well, no, it's all good.
Oh, that's funny.
all right. Sorry,
Go ahead,
I'm
Mario.
asking a lot of questions, and I would say, guys, I mean, first, take the university and don't worry about things like that, because in order for you to, if you're worrying about the what ifs, you're not worrying about what you already did.
Yeah, exactly.
You already made sales, and your sales are going to far oversee your returns. So don't even worry about that. Don't let the little hold you back.
Mario, let's do this. Wade's right here in the office. I'm going to step out because he's sitting right next to me here. Wade bought the course and he's going through it. Wade, give people your take on what you're doing and your excitement level with it.
I'm not sure if you got cut off. You guys there?
We're here. I think.
Yeah, we're here.
Yeah, he went out.
Why. Oh, okay.
Hey, hold on, guys. Hold on. Hey, guys. Can y'all hear me now?
Yeah.
Okay. So, yeah, I purchased the university. I've actually gone through the whole course already. Got the store set up and started searching for some products and actually found my first product I'm actually going to start listing. And I mean, everything that Mario goes through is it's to the point. There's no fluff about anything. It's not like, hey, guys, I mean, he just tells you how it is. This is how you do it. There's no running, he's just straight to the point. I love everything about it. Actually really, really excited about it because, like I said, I found my first product that I'm actually going to start listing and, man, just ready to go. It's just going to keep building and building and adding more products. And I think, too, and maybe Mario can kind of back me up here, I think right in the beginning, it might seem like it takes a little longer because you're learning the system and then you have to start learning how to actually go through and finding the products. But it seems like once you start the whole process and start doing it, the repetition is just going to get quicker and quicker. It's going to go better and better and faster, and you'll get through it in no time and just spending, 2 to 4 hours a day, I would think. And again, it's all about the time that you want to put in it. If you're going to put 2 hours in it a day, well, that's the kind of business you're going to have. You're going to have a 2-hour business. You spend a little more time, it's just going to be better and better. And yeah, just really excited of how it's going so far. I'm only not even a week into it. And yeah, it's getting pretty exciting.
That's awesome. Yeah.
Thanks, Wade.
Yeah,
So,
go ahead.
you guys, it's 1:05. We're going to close out. Mario, do you have any parting comments before we do?
Yeah, I'm going to touch a little bit on what we were saying is you have to treat it like $1 million business because it will pay you like $1 million business. I know it sounds surreal, but it's true. That's exactly what you'll get out of this. Every month, our sales keep growing, and they're only going to get bigger and better. Why? Because we still are actively working on the business. And, I mean, you got to work. I had to work at my 9 to 5 more than I work on this, and I was not getting near the compensation that I'm getting out of this. And this, I get to do it from home. I'm with my wife. When I have kids, I'm going to be with my kids. I mean, this is a real work from home business. So take advantage of that, put the work into it. And a little bit like what he said, if you treat this like a 2-hour-a-day business, that's what you're going to get out of it. If you treat it like $1 million business, that's exactly what you're getting out of it. So you have to keep finding items to add to your store with the tools that we provide until you are too busy placing orders. When you're too busy placing orders, then just just keep checking your bank account because it's going to keep growing.
Well, Mario, if somebody treats this like they just spent $1 million on their business, then you have a whole lot more urgency to get up in the morning. So you're exactly right. Yeah, you're investing in you, take care of you, and we'll help you along the way. And Mario, we'll do a lot of really cool things, man. There's so much planned activities around fun, excitement, rest, relaxing at the same time, getting work done, building a team, building a camaraderie, and bringing that revenue into your bank account and changing people's lives where they have options in life because they have the financial thing straightened out. And we're excited about building on all those fronts, brother.
Amen, Dan.
It's all good.
All right, Dan, you have anything you want to add before we close out?
No, just you guys, you're probably going to hear this for the next few weeks, but what's developing for this event in Destin? Guys, I've been in network marketing since 1980. I was a freshman in college. I was introduced to Amway. And I actually made around $1,500 in my first 5 weeks in Amway, right? We've seen it all. I used to get so jaded about these events, these stupid events that all these companies do. It's a bunch of whatever it is. And then I realize the impact that they have on people. And I don't want this event to be just an event. We're not doing this just to do it. Beth cringes with the amount of money, you guys, that we've spent on this event. It's a lot of money. Probably we shouldn't have spent as much as we have because we're a young company. But we did it, and here we are. Guys, I'm going to tell you something. It is going to change people's lives. I'm telling you it will. It will be a life-changing event. Listen, to get down there just to get in front of a guy like Mario or a guy like Jim Lumpkin, if no one else was there and you were going to meet him at a coffee shop at Starbucks in Destin, Florida, and go home a few hours later, it would be worth the journey to sit in front of these guys. Results-driven, bottom line, you're going to get results. How would you like to never run out of people to talk to about Netqube? How would you like to never run out of people to talk to about Dropship University, gold and silver, the cryptocurrency space, travel, nutritional products? Never run out of people to talk to. You can build an empire, guys. And it's exactly what you're going to hear. We may or may not unveil, but the arrangement that we have with Jim, and this guy's been attributed to over $1 billion of sales just on Facebook alone, all funneled right back to what he does. And the partnership now that we have and the relationship inside of Netqube with Jim, guys, it will stagger your mind. You will change your financial network marketing life. You get in front of this event and you sit and you listen to what these guys have to show you. And just like Mario, these guys aren't going away. This is not come to an event and get all excited and then you're left to figure it out for yourself. Handheld, tutorial, any question that you have, we'll answer. We will make sure that you succeed. All you have to do, Reverend Struthers, is to show up. And guys, it's that impactful. And I don't like to use any leverage, so to speak, to get people to go to an event to where I just think it's going to build a crowd. Guys, I've said it from day one. If there's 10 people, if there's 1,000, those 10 people or those 1,000 or any number in between, it's going to be so impactful for their lives. I don't really know if any of us really understand what's being built inside of Netqube. No, you don't see it now. It does take faith. It does take vision. It just does. But that's where it starts. And so I would encourage you to, if you have to hop in the car with somebody or whatever you have to do, share a room, find a way to get down there. It's not about building a number for us. It's not. We've got everything paid for, you guys. So as far as the company is concerned.
Hey, Dan,
yeah, go ahead.
Let me add one thing to this because I think there's a lot of people that, are going to leave this call, and I want them to share this with their team. The focus has not been on this yet up to this point. But guys, we have been focusing on the big items to bring to the platform. But we are also working, and we have several things that are coming that are going to be able, people are going to be able to buy those items that they're already buying on a daily basis. So things that you're going to your supermarkets and you're buying, and the Costco's and the Sam's and the things that you're buying now, no, it's not going to pay a whole lot of cubes, but it's things that you're already buying that's going to pay a portion of cubes that all adds up. So those things are all coming. And I just wish, everybody knew what was coming, because then they'd say, wow, okay, this is the system that we got to go out there and market to people.
Yeah, Steve, you're exactly right. And not only that, you guys, but at the same time, it is all about who's going to buy the stuff. Like we hear it all the time. Oh, you mean to tell me that I'm not going to make any money until somebody buys something? Folks, I have never in my life, in any business, anywhere, ever, in anything, to where you don't make money unless something's sold. So what they're saying is, Dan, I don't like to sell. I don't have the confidence to sell. I don't know how to do it. That's what they're saying. Because, guys, if there's not a margin built into a product everywhere, wherever you work currently, you won't be working there anymore. So there's profits that are generated from a product or a service that's offered in the marketplace. The question becomes, how do I do it? Well, that's what we're designing and building. It's right in front of you, that you point, click, publish, and you get paid. We're going to take that guesswork out of that for you, and this is why the masses are going to come, and there's some components that are coming together. It's going to exactly identify what we just said, put you right in front of it by the seat of your pants when you point, click, publish through the ultimate distribution system. So much more that we can tell you. We're not going to tell you. There's probably 6 major things that we're going to unveil then at this Destin event. Guys, if you make the journey, whatever it costs you, you will be glad that you went. So with that said, I'll shut up.
Okay, so we're going to go ahead and close out today. We just want to again thank each and every one of you for joining us. Mario, thank you so much for your time today and for sharing Dropship University with everybody. We'll work with you behind the scenes on getting the Facebook group set up and letting those join that have purchased the university, and we'll get all this rocking and rolling.
Mario, thanks.
You guys will have.
Thanks, everyone.
Yeah, Mario, you're awesome. Mario, I like you. I like you even more than the game, the Mario game.
Dan, you crack me up.
Hey, Mario, Beth, touch real quick. I know everybody's got to go. They want to know when the recording's up. Here's what we do with these recordings, guys. Once they're done in Zoom, we shoot them over to our mate over in Australia, Scott and Grant, and they put the intro and exit videos on them, spruce them up a little bit, get them on YouTube. So once that process is done, you'll have availability to it. So it shouldn't be too long. But if there is a delay getting the videos, that's why, guys. It takes a little bit of a time, because most of the time while we're awake, they're asleep, and vice versa. These guys, though, stay up. They stay up late and get up early to accommodate us many, many, many times. So if you ever get a chance, those guys, by the way, will be at our Destin event. And if those of you that are going to be there, make sure you give them a good hug and a good high five for all the work they do, because they do a tremendous job for us here.
That they do. We also it takes a little while for the recording to actually process. So when we end this, we have to wait for it to process and then get it over to them. So that's a great point.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, guys. Thanks. You're all awesome. We love you guys. Can't do it without you. We're in this together. Thanks, everybody.
Everyone have a good weekend.
Have a great weekend. God bless everybody.
God bless everybody. Great weekend, guys. Appreciate it.